Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome to week 3 of season 16 for NGS. And tonight I have with me Babywhale, just so you all know. And we are actually doing something for a first for me. And that is, I am casting a West Coast game. Oh, wow. Only because they put in an early time frame, so we all know I jumped on that. So tonight we have for you the U.S Army Esports versus Sub. Okay. If we could say that all night like that, it would be awesome. So, Babywhale, I'm so glad you're back casting with me tonight. It's so awesome to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. So let's go through what's going on tonight. I don't know much about these guys' play styles or anything, but here's what it looks like. We have map bans and a map pick. So, Babywhale, why don't you take it away with the map bans and tell me what you think about it?
So it looks like it's just your standard bans of bigger maps. No one really likes to play them. And then there's also Garden that was banned.
Yes.
U.S. Army banned Cursed. Seb chose Sky Temple. And U.S. also then chose Garden. And Seb chose Volskaya for bans.
Yeah.
So.
And we get to go to my
should be some
favorite
good
map.
games.
My favorite map. I'm so excited.
Yeah, Dragonshire is always a fun one to play on.
I love Dragonshire. Now, I'm hoping to see a Junkrat pulled out on this, but I have a feeling he might be banned. So, you know, it's... Look, we already got cheers. We got Majesty cheering for all teams. I love that. I love how you're equal player. And, okay. I'm just going to call you Under. And saying, let's go USAE. So, we got some cheers happening already tonight. And I see we have an invite for the lobby. I am just going to click that. Oh my, I'm so actually excited for this tonight. Unfortunately, I did miss a cast last night. Pickling and canning peaches and nectarines for like 3 days straight kind of wore me out. And yeah, I felt really bad about it. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles now, right? So... we're back tonight. Just so anybody who's watching, I will say this many times tonight. I am moving my live streaming to YouTube, which will be much easier for a lot of people to find and watch on their phones, etc. It's actually really annoying to have to upload every stream I do on Twitch so I can get it to YouTube so it could be put in the VOD file for NGS. It's just kind of a thing, and I'm doing other live streaming and casting stuff, so I just kind of want everything in one place. So I'm moving everything over. I'm hoping it works out, but we shall see. So do follow me over there. It is at Annie's Place 1808. The link is on my page, and it will be shared everywhere anyway, and anybody following me as it is, or anybody that I'm casting for, I will give you the new link. So yes, watch me on YouTube. It will be like still fun. There's still live chat there, so it's all good. But yeah. So how are you doing, Babywhale? Because I haven't heard from you in a couple of days.
Had my game yesterday.
Oh.
And we won 2-1.
Woohoo!
It was very, very close games.
Wow. I couldn't do anything. I literally just crashed. It
happens.
I'm like, I woke up around 10:30 and there was messages for me in NGS and I was like, oh, I forgot to message them. But I was just so tired. I don't know what's going on here and why we're being moved around.
They're rearranging.
Okay.
They're working on it.
I'm watching this go on. I'm like, yeah. My curiosity right now is this U.S. Army Esports. Is this really the U.S. Army? Just because this Canadian girl knows nothing and has no idea what anything down there does. So, but But yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. That's why I just asked.
I know. I think we will ask. I should have asked pregame, but we'll ask. I know I asked.
They are.
Some. They are. Wow. That rocks. Active duty reserves or National Guard. Well, I may not be American, but I do thank you for your service. I'm not American. I'm Canadian. And I do have family that fought in the Canadian Army way back in the day during World War I and II. So your service is greatly appreciated by all. 7 years. Wow. Way to go, guys. 9 years, 7 years, 14 years. Damn. Exactly. And it's the Marines that go booyah, right? Like, you know, is that right? At least I think, you know, but yeah.
I mean, technically they all do. They just have their own ways.
Yeah. It honestly makes me want to cheer for them just because, you know, I feel like they deserve that kind of cheer. But we do got, honestly, screaming for Seb here by the looks of it. And Bankai is my hero, honestly says. I'm going to have to wonder about that relationship there. Orion Jones says USA. That's awesome. I am Canadian, so thanks for ending that with A. And yeah, you guys are welcome for the cast. And I like I said, I'm so happy to have Babywhale here. He keeps me on my toes. So, and I still can't believe you guys are an official Army team. That is like epic. Like, what better game to cast than the U.S. Army? Sorry. I actually told my husband that, and he didn't believe that you guys were actually in the Army. He's like, no, it's just a name, he says. It's all good. We're just chilling it out here, just waiting for the lobby to finish being populated and have everybody ready to go. So we're just gonna, for lack of a better word, shoot the shit. Now, I do have a question for all these folks in the Army. You guys ever had shit on a shingle? And I've sworn many times already. I'm so glad I don't get monetized because they demonetize me. But yes, SOS is a real thing. But I don't know if y'all have had it. My grandfather made it really well. He was a shorter cook for the Canadian Army way back in the day. He never got deployed, but he worked here at the base for recruitment. So, in Burwash. So,
My dad was a petroleum supply specialist for the Army, for
nice.
the American Army.
Wow.
Well,
it's crazy.
which is just an overrated gas attendant.
An overrated gas attendant. Oh man, petroleum specialist. Well, my father never did anything like that. My father was way back in the day before he was forced to medically retire. He was a welder for Johnson & Johnson, and when he was fixing one of the machines, welding it, he fell into a vat of baby oil. And then the long-running joke was his skin has never been so soft. So, it's all, yeah, it's funny, but that's, you know, the most ridiculous thing my dad's ever done, and we just made fun of him his whole life. God rest his soul, but, you know. Hacked on cube, please. Oh. And
Are we ready, Annie?
Yes, we are. You can go ahead. Yes, we are. Perfect. I just gotta go up here. I need to just minimize this screen just slightly so I could see more than one screen at a time here. 30,000 Discord channels, and I actually closed like 8 screens today just so I wouldn't have all these problems. And I need to get that loaded. There we go. Put you over here, you over here. We're good to go now. Oh, shit. I'm not pressing buttons. No. 3, 2, one. Here we go. Woohoo! We're going to my favorite map. Oh, it makes me so excited. Have you seen me this hyper in a while, Babywhale?
I haven't.
Here we go. We are round 1 of week 3. Oh my god, week 3. Division C, guys. This is Division C West, by the way. Babywhale is in Division C East. So, you know, with U.S.
Hopefully I'll get to see one of these teams eventually.
Eventually. So we got U.S Army Esports versus Sub. Okay, let's be more specific, right? Isn't it Seb?
Something like that.
Oh, we have a droppy problem. I wonder what happened.
Disconnect.
Disco. All right, let's go over to this while we. That's the wrong thing. Right here while we wait. We're just gonna wait here, you guys. Just because, you know, this is what it's supposed to. Oh, okay, yeah.
Had the wrong team with first pick.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back into the game. Oops, that did not work properly. It didn't go.
There we go.
Now we're going somewhere. U.S. Army Esports versus Sub. I really need like a GIF for that one. So what do you think we're gonna see here, Babywhale? You think we're gonna see some Junkrat bands? Or a band or Junkrat?
I can see us having a Brightwing band, but
Oh, here we go again. It's gonna be one of these nights, y'all. We're just gonna go over here and sit here. Actually, you know what? We can go back to the map pick screen because that's not that big of a deal to be on. Yeah, we're just waiting to see what's going on. I'm just saying, at least it's not Bankai, because the way that the things were going with the mic earlier, that was... I was actually worried it was mine, and I was like, oh my god, checking everything to see where the level was. But we got it fixed. It's all good. Mischief Hots. Party Parrot. Yes. Party Parrot for sure. Are we going somewhere now?
I think we are starting.
We're gonna try this again.
Third time's a charm.
Yes, third time's always a charm. Oh. Dun dun dun. You're very welcome, Mischief. I couldn't resist. It's an 8:30 p.m. game. I was like, I could do 8:30. There we go. And a Stukov band coming out of the gate. I don't like his silences, so I could see that being a problem.
Stukov is very potent on this map.
Yeah. And now I think if I'm correct... Oh, look, a Johanna band. Tonight, the way that this game is going, you and I know neither of these teams. And there's that Brightwing band you were calling out on. I know nobody on either of these teams.
I do not either.
Yeah, I've never seen these two teams play, so this is all new to us, and that might be why I'm in a little bit better of higher spirits here, because I don't have to try to pretend that I'm not cheering for one team. Andy band. Look at all the healer bands coming out here. Does President see a Junkrat band? Do you think we're going to see a Junkrat pick?
Oh, yes, we will.
Yes! Yeah! Oh, Silent, you are after my heart. I love Junkrat. Because they say at first you don't succeed.
He's
Blow
so
it up
annoying.
again! Oh, I love Junkrat. I mean, I don't play many DPS heroes, but Junkrat is the top of my pile. So... What is going to be their counter? Haka and a Rhaegar.
Very, very strong picks on this map. Giving them the global from the Haka.
Ooh, you think we're going to see some high five from that Lucio? Wow.
Might be.
My curiosity is how is the play style on a team full of army people?
Hell, it's about damn time.
There's also a Tychus.
Beautiful. It would have been nicer if he was in his Speedo, just saying. Or what? No, he was in his bathing shorts, not his Speedo there, right? I didn't get to quite see it because I was checking too many screens at once. A Hogger ban. I like it. I think a Diablo or a Garrosh ban would be good here. Some of the things I don't like seeing as a Junkrat.
I don't think they will.
No? What do you think?
No.
We're gonna find out. Ooh, oh, Murray. Muradin is off the table.
There was no need to ban the Tychus for Seb because they have, or no need to ban the Diablo because they have Tychus.
Okay, I see. Well, what about the Garrosh? See?
Tychus still shreds Garrosh.
Yeah, he's a tank shredder, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Greymane. Ooh. Ooh. He's the pain in the butt. Literally.
I could see this being a high five game now. I could also see it being a sound barrier.
Oh, it's gonna be an interesting game. Now let's all
Here's
hope.
the Garrosh.
And there's the Gary. Let's all hope Annie doesn't hit buttons again. That was really bad the other night. Oh, Rexar, beautiful. We're gonna see some animal abuse on Misha tonight, I think. Just saying, calling it out now. Nobody report him to PETA.
Here we go again.
Let's be honest, Misha's the real hero.
We know. There's a Chromie. I'm wondering if they're gonna go rewind with that, or just Sans. Because I mean, Sans work really well on holding that point. You know, if you wanted to slow them down and just kill them all off, but rewind works just as well. Wait, is it still called rewind? I don't remember.
It is called rewind. Time loop. It's called time loop.
Time loop. Rewind. Alright. Here we go. Into the Nexus we go. Why is that still showing there? There we go. I have to fix some things later. It is not doing what I needed it to, but hey, here we go. Okay.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
And there. Oh, I just noticed there's things missing on my screen, so do you mean 1 second? I just realized I have things turned off, which is not a good thing. Alright, we are back. Over here.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
So because we know no one, I'm going to have to pull up the screen. And
5.
for
4,
USA Esports,
3,
we have
2,
USAE Frack on
Let
Greymane,
the battle
USAE Ace Boogie. Oh, I love the name. Bogey. Haha, not Boogie. Bogey.
It's Boogie.
It's Boogie. On Dahaka. We got that one guy on Rhaegar, and Badger on Anubarak, and Surefire on Chromie. If you want to go ahead and, when you get a chance, introduce the red team, that would be great. As we
For Team Seb, we have Bankai on Garrosh, Mischief on Lucio, Cubico on Rexar, Silent Shoe on Junkrat, and Fogline 2 on Tychus.
Nice.
Looks like we're having an invade up top.
Is This is so interesting because we know nobody. I actually thinking that casting games that I know nobody might be a better idea. Gives me something new to watch.
That was a beautiful unstoppable. Still a nice pop on him though.
Nice.
Take control of the shrines.
Beautiful. First death going to the red team, which is Sub. Right? Yes. I had to look that up. Everybody just taking camps. He's trying to keep that Dahaka off of that top lane. It's going to be interesting to watch that offlaner tonight.
Power and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
The first Dahaka to go take a well there by the looks of it. Junkrat holding the point on the bottom. We got a Nubarak in mid. We got Greymane and Rhaegar taking a camp. Chromie doing Chromie things on the bottom. I think Chromie is trying to figure out where the Junkrat is, but he's standing in the fog. And Misha and Dahaka battling it out 2v1 on top because, you know, Misha is a character all on their own right. Oh, Dahaka took that back, taking that point from the red team. Let's go see what's going on in mid. Not much.
Beautiful gank up on the Rexar.
Oh, I missed it! Oh! I was trying to see what's happening in mid. Boogie's going back for some much needed attention at the base. So it's now 1-1, so that's interesting. I just hear a Tychus gun like just lambasting something here. So he's killing minions. Team on bot, red team mostly mid, Junkrat on top. Oh, nice pop off of the point on that Dahaka, but he can't get in there to lay another one. So, red's in middle to try and pass this off. What's happening on bottom here? I love how he just sits Misha on that. That was enough to turn it off, but you know. Garrosh in a little bit of trouble in mid here, but he will get out, no problems. And what is going on up here? Misha just sitting there. Oh, beautiful tongue by that Dahaka. And Rexar is in some deep trouble on top, and down goes Rexar. Big game up there.
But
and
Seb gets the Dragon Knight.
Nice. Dragon! Okay, we're supposed to scream Trogdor. Right? Pretty good start here for Seb. They're both equal in soap pretty much, and levels just a 2-to-1 kill ratio for surprisingly, for U.S Army Esports. Ooh, look at that. You know, 2 more inches to the cell before they got Badger into the base.
Badger would have just dashed out.
Pretty much. But he would have taken some power hits there, but you know, it's all good. That's a good strategy to go bottom with the Dragon Knight. So
that beast is not my beloved. Not anymore.
Oh, Frack in a little bit of trouble in mid there, but his team comes to his rescue. And oh no, he got tossed, but Ben got him down. Bankai, yes. Oh wow. I gotta get used to these names. I must cast more of these guys' games. I am very interested in casting a game if you go against one of these teams in a scrim.
Probably won't have scrims ever casted.
No?
Nope.
Aw, but I want to be the fly.
Scrims are for trying shenanigans or trying some comps to bring into competitive.
Well, we got 10s on both sides here, so we got Greymane went go for the throat, and sorry, I'm trying to make sure you guys see it. Stuffed adaptation on the Dehaka. We got ancestral healing on the Rhaegar. Cocoon, of course, on a new Brack, and she went slowing sands.
Prepare yourselves,
Wow.
heroes. The shards will soon be over.
Nice little fight
Big
here.
constant ancestral out now. Lots of high fives going out.
Big deal high five. Okay, so just so we know, Warlord challenge on the Garage, high five on Lucio, unleash the boars on the Rexar, Rip Tire, which I love, on Junkrat, and the Odin on Tychus. So we should see some beautiful siege damage going with that Tychus, I think. Honestly. Here we go. U.S Army Esports looking to take down that gate on the bottom. But there is something going on top here. I'm not sure if Dehaka caught it, but there's switch around going top. Dehaka just cleaning in the reins. Nice job on taking down that front gate by the U.S Esports. And Rexar is trying to do some God's work on top, and Dehaka's trying to clean mid. And yeah, let's get back down to all the action on the bottom. Oh, here comes the Riptide! I'm curious at 20 if he's gonna go to take the
Endless
rocket
Riptire?
ride, or Endless Riptire. I love Endless Riptire, man. That's just epic. Here we go. Right now, the U.S. Army Esports. Oh, well, not anymore. They had the dragon lit up. They are so busy trying to defend this bottom. Nice hit from Rhaegar. Oh, and Kai in a little bit of trouble. Throws Badger in. Badger does get. Oh, no, he doesn't. Nice fight there, though.
Traded off laner from tank. Ooh, and the Rhaegar gets tossed.
Rhaegar's in some trouble and he's down.
And it looks like both healers went down.
Owie. That hurt. Just correct me, am I wrong? Aren't you supposed to save your medic?
I mean, if they're on the verge of death or you know they're gonna die, don't save them. You've seen my team going.
I was making like a kind of stupid remark towards, you know, in the army isn't the medic the most important. Like,
I mean, if they're gonna die, you let them die.
yeah, it kamikaze that one, didn't they? U.S. Army Esports trying to take back the Dragon Knight points here. But Rexar on top with that Misha. And let's see if I could do this without screwing up any of the buttons today. We can go to, here's your deaths and siege damage and your hero damage coming at ya. You guys can all take a look at that. Not bad at all here. U.S. Army Esports is leading the pack at 7 kills though. And level 15 to 14, but the level 15s are coming up soon with Seb, and there they are. Doesn't really matter because it's not a talent tier at all. So what's your prediction?
It could go either way still.
Either way, eh? Yep. I was thinking the same thing. All I can do is jump that. It's awesome. My question is here is would the temporal loop been a better option for this Chromie, or do you think that slowing sands is serving them the way that they would like it to?
So if Chromie went temporal loop, Lucio just high fives whoever is looped.
Okay. Yes, because he went high five. Thank you for reminding me that he went high five. And I've been so out of the HOTS game lately. This is why I have a co-caster right now, is because I don't remember anything. It's been like 2 years since I've actually played a game on HOTS that is something. Okay, that's not entirely true. I did play some ranked games just so I can get my rank, but I wasn't playing with any want to play at all. Check out what's going to shift around here. Got 4-man bot against 2 there, and you got 3-man against Rexar. it's interesting. Rexar gonna take it to the face up here. Oh. Rexar went into stasis, but they're gonna take down Misha. He's gonna come out of stasis and he's down. That was a 3v1, technically 2. Okay, maybe. How many points is Misha worth?
A quarter.
A quarter. 1 1/4. U.S Army Esports just cleaning up that mid, leaving the tank and the Chromie to be all alone on bottom, but here they come. Oh. They are trying to make a play here. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. The Hawker coming in from behind. Oh. Nope, he got unstoppable. Beautiful high five. Oh, a new Brax down. Here comes a Riptire from behind. Blows people up and beautiful.
Big
healing.
ancestral.
Lovely, but I don't think that's gonna get him out. Nope, and he's down. That's 3 of U.S. Army Esports down, and this dragon I think is going to go to Sub. Correct me if I'm wrong. U.S. Army hasn't had the dragon yet, have they? We've been watching the second dragon going for a while.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Team took down bottom fort, and here we go. Bankai going for that dragon. Is he gonna get? Yep.
Shall reduce you to cinder.
He's gonna kick that gray mane into
And
oblivion.
that gives Seb another dragon.
And it was the blue team who took this map, wasn't it?
It was.
Don't you hate that when it happens? You pick a map that you know you're strong on, but the other team might be strong on it too, so you kind of like, uh-oh.
The red team has
Red team takes down fort number 2, giving Katas in 2 lanes now. Rexar, though, up top doing God's work for Seb, of course. He's just cleaning things up. Dragon Knight is done for now. It looks like Seb is going to go and paint this map red. And 20s for both teams. What is Junkrat doing? Oh, is he going to take it? What is he going to do? I'm waiting.
You with the big nades.
Oh, he went to giant balls. All right. Interesting. Red come.
We have a full Worgen Greymane.
Nice. He does not have a stat check, right? No, he needs 15 more. But here we go. Seb is pushing that bottom lane hardcore here. I think they're looking to push for a win here, honestly. That's what it looks like. They have camps coming up. Ooh, down goes the Chromie. Nubarak has put Tychus into timeout. Because he had his Odin on his great choice.
What a beautiful dodge by the Pihaka.
It's still anybody's game, so it's not over till the fat lady sings. I haven't sung yet, so. They do take down their first keep for Seb. And they are definitely trying to paint this map red. However, there is a blue team's camp taking down the front gates on
which is getting a lot of value.
Huge value there. But Junkrat is heading back, I think, to go deal with that. And it looks like Anubarak is cleaning up bottom lane. Interesting. Very interesting. There's a fight happening here on top. And stasis happening. Oh, and they take out Rexar. That's great for U.S Army Esports. But that one guy is, you know, a bit of trouble. Yeah, they lost a fair amount on that top keep there. Are they going to be able to defend this? Or are we going to see Seb get a third dragon? Oh, trappy traps. Badger knows they're on that camp. He's going in for the kill here. There they go. They want to get them out here, and there goes Tychus. They cap that camp. Beautiful cap. And nice takedown of the Tychus. 55 seconds he's down for. Well, 60, but you know. You know, it's not over, right? It's never over till it's over, and you know. Junkrat laying down some traps on that bottom point. And, well, there's a high five sitting in that bush. Not a high five, sorry, a boombox. Oh my god, my brain. The Hawk has seen it, he's taken it out. Take away their vision. What is the blue team doing? Chromie recapping that bottom.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
But look at that. That camp is doing so much value on that top lane. Like, that's just... Wow. I mean, if Seb's not careful, they're going to lose this Winions. You know? Like... But that opens up that lane, and if U.S. Army Esports gets this dragon, they can go full top lane and just take it down. Let's see what's going to happen here. So many traps, so many stuns, so many things happening. Nice Ancestral coming from that Rhaegar. And, oh, they took down Lucio. A pop on that Dahaka, but that didn't matter to him, and they took out Rexar. Down goes Tychus too. U.S. Army Esports is turning this around.
And it looks like they're about to get the Dragon Knight.
Yes.
In this mid fort.
That is not today, sir. Not today.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
This is what I was curious to see is, as a team full of army people, how are they going to react to, you know, an onslaught of tortures? You know what I mean? Like you're not doing well, but they do have 13 kills on Seb. But Seb had the siege going for quite a while there. But here they go. They're going to go top lane, and
Misha
I have a feeling they're
falls.
going for the GGs. Yeah, Misha is down.
Red team's core.
And yes, that's what they're doing. They're going for the core with that Dragon Knight. Do you think they're going to be able to take it out? Because everybody's coming back up.
It is doing big damage.
Oh, that's going down quickly. And, oh, look at that. U.S. Army Esports goes for the win. That is a GG. First game down. Goes to the U.S. Army Esports. Beautiful game. That was a great game, honestly.
It really was.
Like, really was. I'm very much, like, elated with that game. I mean, I'm actually finally getting into my stride of casting again, but this is casting a game of people I don't know from Adam, and I've never seen these teams before, so this has been really great to watch how these people work as teams, and you know, like look at that. U.S. Army Esports pulls out 13 kills to Seb's 8. But I mean, really, Seb did have a pretty good advantage on Siege there. Tychus with 188,000 in Siege. And Junkrat pulling up through the second at 175. And even Rexar at 142. Like, they had a high Siege damage crew there. So, very surprising. Very great. And, wow, I cannot wait to go into Game 2. But while we're sitting here, let's update the scores. Because the winner of that was Blue, and I was not expecting that to happen because it was not looking like it was going to go in their favor. Alright, so we get to see where we are going next. So just to recap for anybody who just joined us, I got Babywhale with me tonight. Woo-hoo-hoo. Give props to Babywhale. And we are week 3 with Division C West here. U.S. Army Esports versus Seb. Game 1 went to the U.S. Army Esports. Very beautiful comeback on that. I just thought for sure if Seb got that last dragon, they would have creamed them. What do you think?
That was an exciting game to watch.
It was. Now, let's see what's going to happen in Game 2. I'm so curious. I should really start looking up these teams before I cast them to find out what kind of play styles and what kind of wins they've had. Because this has just been very kind of exciting too, because I've never seen them play. So it's been great. And I don't know, I kind of like felt that passion in that game from both sides of the map there. So it's week 3 though. You're a team captain. What do you think the mindset is on week 3 right now for these teams?
It just depends on the team, honestly. Because every team's going to be different on their way their mind gets, or what they get to mind-wise.
Yeah. It's been
like,
good.
I know with a few of my team that we just need to have them, hey, like, calm down, take a quick reset if we lose one.
Yeah.
And then we go into the next one with our heads held high.
Yes. I just can't believe we're already in week 3. How many weeks are there again? I feel like we're going to be playing till Christmas at this point.
There's 10 weweeks.
10 weeks.
And that's not including playoffs.
Oh yeah, we still have playoffs. I know. And just a reminder to everybody, I do have Babywhale with me. He is a new caster, so everybody gives props to Babywhale. But I will be moving from Twitch to YouTube as of next week. Hopefully that goes off without a hitch. If it doesn't, I will be, of course, casting here. I will be doing some live streaming of my retro video game stuff if I could figure out how to get the emulator to work. Yeah, that has not been a lot of fun right now. But yeah, I am moving over to YouTube. Annie's Place 1808. Gotta love that they maybe put a number on there, because apparently there's like 30,000 Andy's Places on there. So apparently I'm not a household name yet, but you know, I will be over there on YouTube, so come visit me over there. But yeah, we're just going to continue casting this tonight. It looks like we are got another game. I need to find out some information. What map did they say? Battlefield? Yes. And oops. I have a friend request. Woohoo! We like that. Okay, red team picked this map. So we are going for game 2 to Battlefield of Eternity. So, wow. I was going to answer that too. It's 12. The question tonight is how many E's are in Seb? And yeah, I had to count 3 times earlier. There's 12. 12. Who made up that name is all I want to know. So yeah, again, to recap, we're going into game 2 here of week 3 for season 16 of NGS with Division C West U.S Army Esports versus Seb. And I have with me Babywhale. So if you're just joining me, please give your props to Babywhale. Let's all cheer for both of these teams, and let's all say our thanks to all of those men and women who fight for all countries here, but especially these people that are playing tonight on the U.S. Army Esports, because I found out that they are all actually in the Army active duty. So thank you guys all again, guys, girls, yeah, them, people, right?
Very much. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
Was doing other things.
You're not supposed to be doing other things.
I
Unless you're
still have
petting your dogs.
to schedule games.
Ah. Alright, so we are going into Battlefield of Eternity. I cannot believe this. We're in game 2 already. And it's only 9:13 and Annie's still wide awake, believe it or not. And for anybody else that tunes in, I'm usually half asleep by 9.
I wanted to pet the dog, but my cat decided he wanted the attention.
That's hilarious. Okay, good. That works that way. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Do you think we're going to see any target bans here?
I can see it being the same bands.
Same bands? Okay. I can see a Junkrat being banned out here, but look at our... That's not the same band. They just banned it already.
That's just a meta ban for the map.
There goes the Stukov.
You can get off my keyboard, potato. Thank you.
I just realized that I've had my event ticker on this whole night, and I hope it's not in anybody's way. I'm gonna have to turn that off at some point, but hey, if you're looking for other casts, check out the event ticker. There's tons of casters casting games.
We have a Stitches band.
Nice. I don't like the gorge. And in a new Barack band. See, that was...
That's a respect band.
Yes, definitely a respect band there.
The crusade calls.
Ooh, a Joho. Bringing out the big guns there. She's a beast.
Do
Okay,
they take
correct
the
me.
Vala?
Ooh, Vala? Because the band...
Vala's still up.
Yeah. That's the question. No, they take Alonzo.
Honor, redemption.
And a
And
Blaze.
Blaze.
Nice. There's the Vala. And an Andy. Now those are some nice picks. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Battlefield of Eternity are the two thingies in the middle, like the big immortal angel things.
Yep.
All right.
You are correct.
So for anybody who doesn't know, because I'm like so beyond, haven't been playing HOTS. This is the one. There's two giant angels in the middle, and each team has to kill or prevent theirs from being killed so that it can go down the lane for you. It's interesting. There's a Leo ban. Oh, Rocco would be so sad. You know,
I wouldn't be sad on this map.
Two of your favorite people casting. Thank you, Bloody. I feel so loved. Aww. I'm going to have to cast one of your team's games, Bloody, but I don't remember the name of your team, so hey.
It's one of the CCS teams. We'll
That's
catch
the
them
problem.
eventually.
There's way too many of them.
There is.
Like, which one is he on?
I think I remember which one.
Ooh, there's a Dibbles.
I will fight to my last breath.
Ooh. That just as good as a respect ban, they took the Rhaegar. And I would really love to cast a game of Bloody again. Him and I had a great time casting a couple seasons ago.
Also, Annie, you're gonna hate me.
Yes.
The game against Banana Noms that I have is gonna be at 9:30.
It's about
Okay.
damn
I already
time.
signed up for it. Isn't that crazy?
I know, that's why I told you you're gonna hate me.
There's Sonya and Tychus coming out on U.S. Army Esports, and that Tracer
And then
coming
Sep
down.
chose the Tracer.
It's late at night. What time late at night? Collecting countless stars. Oh my god. You guys have
It's only 9:18 for him.
I know, but I mean, what time does he mean it's late at night? The games.
He's a West Coast team.
Yeah. Hey, see, West, like, U.S. Army Esports is West Coast, but they booked for 8:30 p.m. I've seriously been, like, trolling that whole schedule, and anything that's at 8:30, I'm like, woohoo, I'll take that. So here we are. We are going into Game 2 for Season 16 NGS with Division C West, U.S. Army Esports versus Seb. And U.S. Army Esports already took game number 1. So let's see what is going to happen in this game. And you know what I figured out today? As long as I don't put my fingers on the keyboard, I don't press a lot of buttons. So, pay attention to what I'm doing. Don't press buttons. 10:30 p.m. 10:30 is late, man. I'd have to sleep for so many hours.
Battle begins in
And if I
10
can convince
seconds.
Greek Fire to co-cast with me, it will keep me awake. So,
5, 4, 3, 2.
and you know what we forgot to do? Introduce the teams. You want to go ahead and do that, Babywhale?
Alright, for U.S. Army Esports, we have Frack on Tychus, Ace Boogie on Sonya, Surefire on Bala, Badger on Johanna, that one guy on Anduin. And then for Sep, we have Bankai on Diablo, Fogline on Tracer, Silent Shoe on Blaze, Hibiko on Hanzo, and Mischief on Rhaegar.
I'm not entirely sure what Ace Boogie is doing up on top, but that Sonya's just kind of standing there. Oh, she's moving. Here we go.
She knows she gets bullied by him.
Okay. So she's just hanging back. I'm not a planer, so... I do have to tell you, though, this season, I've been really enjoying co-casting with people. It's been way more fun to do it with somebody else and not just be talking to yourself for 2 hours.
It always is.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have a gank up top.
Oh, let's go to that.
Ooh,
Thank
and the
you for
Blaze gets
color on
out.
that. Nice. It's still anybody's game. Nothing's happened. Nobody's got any kills. They're just soaking. U.S. Army Esports going for that top camp. And Seb going for the bottom camp. It's just one of those equal playing fields right now.
It's that good gentleman's agreement.
Waiting for a power play to happen here. My mother-in-law had no idea what I actually do, and I had to try to explain it to her in the terms of, have you ever heard a sports game be casted, like, be announced? And she's like, no, and I'm like, oh. It's real, dude. She has the advantage. Oh, okay, Sonya. Alright, I get it. I hear you. Let's go just check that out on top.
It's not the full advantage. It still becomes just a skill match at that point.
Yeah. Oh, everybody picking in really, really quickly there. One of these days I will figure out what each symbol is, but for now I have to like scroll over all of that. So, Vala and that one guy on Anduin there on that camp. It's actually a great move on this map if I remember correctly. Rexar looking to go do it on his own, but here comes Hanzo and who is that behind him? Tracer.
Tracer.
I shall purge your evil.
I think this is where U.S. Army Esports might get a slight advantage just because they finished that camp earlier. But and they have the Vala. The Vala can move that too quickly. So Hanzo going down to the other blue team one. But look at that. They almost got it to halfway, and there's a halfway point. Just as I'm going to say almost. They get it. Like, and the red team's going, like, each of the Immortals went counter side. But the blue team is going to milk this quite easily because they have that Vala. Oh, there's some double brewing. And Johanna is down. That means U.S.
That
Army
is a very quick Hanzo quest done.
Wow. Wait, Hanzo had a quest.
His level 1. Every single one is a quest.
Wow. I don't play Okay, I don't play anything. By the way, sorry, this doesn't build smoke.
I don't know what you're talking about, Grapes.
There you go. Seb is totally like camping out on their immortal here. They don't want U.S. Army Esports to get this. It is just the first one, though. It's not strong as they say. Are they going to make some headway here? Yes, Vala is shooting at that immortal from behind. They could not stop the Vala. U.S. Army Esports takes the first objective.
And taking a Rhaegar's life with it.
Yes. They are much more aggressive on this round in the first little bit here. This is, I think they found their stride from game 1 and they're just going off of that high point of winning game 1.
I will bring down the gates of hell.
He's going to bring down the gates of hell, apparently. I mean, they are red, so I can see how that works. Mortal took top gates. 4 men on bottom. They're looking to take both gates down here, but 4v4, it's pretty even kill right now. Well, Immortal is down because it was the first one. It's not very strong.
I must rest.
Sonya doing that top camp of Blaze coming in behind. What is he going to do? Is she going to leave that, or is Blaze going to bully her off? Oh, she caps it. Nice cap. Bottom camp, however. The red team is going to cap that one without a problem either. Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about with regards to the Sonya build, so you guys are all a bunch of offlaners.
That is an assortment of talents on Sonya.
2v2 on top, and Seb's top fort is in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see what happens in a little bit. Tracer trying to bully Boogie down. But Tracer, no, does she do a rewind? Yes, she does, but she's still in some trouble. And Tyke is chasing that Tracer, and she's down. Worth the chase, I guess. You can't run from a guy with a big gun. Nobody went for any camps before this Immortal pop. That was interesting. Hanzo looking to get some value on the blue, on their Immortals there, the blue team. But Vala already got that down to half. Like, you just blink and you miss it with Vala. It's just crazy. You're like, oh. What's gonna happen here? Nice. Oh, there's stuff happening. And I don't know who's who. Oh, Vala is down. Said just got what they needed. They needed to take care of that Vala. Johanna and Anduin to follow. And Army Esports managed to take down the Hanzo only. That puts them at a little bit of advantage for this Immortal, but they won't be down for long. They will be back. Sonya doing the right thing, taking that camp. But still, like, they have a lot to go to get that Immortal down. And here comes U.S. Army Esports. They're going to come back. They're going to grab that camp. And they're going to... I don't know what they're going to do at this point. But Tychus in some trouble on bottom. Oh, there he gets out. A pull from Andy. And a nice heal. They're going in full health here, so I don't think there's going to be a problem to kill off this Immortal. And U.S. Army Esports gets Immortal number 2. Tyke is getting thrown around by a ragdoll there. Like a ragdoll, rather. But Blaze to the face. And Tracer keeps rewinding and never ends up in a better
And Vincent put them out for way worse of a spot.
Yeah.
The chase is real here.
Wow. Like, I'm telling you, the U.S. Army is just in it for the win.
They are bloodthirsty this game.
Yes, very much so. Like, they are just hyper aggressive here. They're looking
definitely
for
in the driver's seat this game.
Yes, definitely. You're not coming up from behind here. 8 kills to 4 for the U.S. Army Esports, level 13s. And look at that, they are on fire. Like, even Hawks was giving them a fire. Isn't that like... No. But down goes their Immortal again. But look at them, they're going for these camps. They want to paint this map blue. And I think they're going to have this map their way. And in Canada, the restaurant that you go to have it your way would be Harvey's. Just so you know. If you ever come to Canada, you try Harvey's, but I can't guarantee you it was as good as it was in 1980. It used to be really, really good. Not so good now. I do enjoy the fact that Seb is like, I could take that fight. No, I won't take that fight. You know?
That fight looked risky.
He was like, no.
Odin sieging up to get a huge pressure top.
Can take a lot of pressure top with that Odin.
Frank is just standing in that attack seat, slow from Blaze.
Does the oil spill even do anything if it's not on fire?
It depends on the level 7 if he takes. Because Blaze took the attack speed reduction, it does do
just went
something.
down. Diablo is down. Bunker did nothing. That was the bunker, right? That I just seen go down there.
Yep.
Yeah. Bunker did nothing. And they're back at it. U.S. Army Esports has it out for Seb tonight. I had other words that I chose to be, yes, bloody, I said Harvey's. You know I'm Canadian. Orange trays and all, man. We sometimes like Harvey's, but, you know, their frames are good, and it depends on what teenagers work in the grill. Sometimes the burgers just aren't good. Here we go. We're going to the third immortal here. U.S. Army Esports. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Are they gonna... What are they doing? Oh, they're setting up for...
Play a passive to get 16s.
Alrighty. See, I don't play anymore. That's why I don't know what people are doing.
Big blessed shield there.
Nice. Nice heal there on Bangkai, but now he's gone. And he's down for 30 seconds now. Oh. What's going to happen here? They are hyper aggressive right now. They are looking for more kills. They're gonna... No, Johanna
There
goes down.
the Johanna.
But they took down Blaze as well. Are they going to back up here? Oh, Vala just took us in the face. Or maybe the back of the head. Wait. That would still hurt.
This is still anyone's fight.
It is, very much so. Do you think the hyper aggressiveness is going to pay off? Or do you think that's going to be... what is the word?
Their downfall?
Yes, thank you. Their downfall. I mean, it's all good if you're hyper aggressive as long as you can back it up, right?
Yeah.
You're the executive creative chef for Harvey's. Oh, so that's why some of the burgers up. I mean, no. I'm kidding.
Ooh, that's
So,
big Sonya burst.
Sonya's down. But
Top is still getting value for USC Army.
Seb gets their first immortal of the game. This is a level 16 immortal technically. But here we go. Seb is looking to come back. They are building aggression.
There goes the Rhaegar.
Ooh. Can't be so pushy with no healer. Benkai in a little bit of trouble there. He is going to get out. He only has 76 of his soul, so he's going to be a little more careful here. And they took down their first fort of the game. I'm not entirely sure what that Joho's doing. Oh, she's just trying to bully the Tracer down.
Just zoning.
It's still anybody's game. Like we always say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So, you want to know what's funny? In none of these games have I ever sung, so maybe I'm not so much of the fat lady. Oh, everybody's going for camps. Blaze and Hanzo going for that top one. No, Hanzo's going to clean the lane. But U.S. Army Esports, they are moving together. What a well-oiled machine this is. This
might
game,
have another fight breakout here.
Very much so, I think. They have been together on this game, on this map very well. Like, it's just, you know, like, I'm curious to know what kind of practices they have. Ooh, they're gonna get stuck in some of that Diablo nest. And there's a bunker coming down. They took out Sonya again, but Sonya for Blaze. There's a little bit
traded
of
the
trouble
offlaners.
Yeah. Oh, I just heard Tychus laugh.
Well, he did go into that Odin to defend it.
I'm like... The things you don't notice when you play, but when you're casting, you hear all the characters' little nuances, and you're like, ah, that's funny. Ah.
Repent before my wrath, demon.
And here we go, U.S. Army Esports going for the Immortal quickly. Johanna is zoning for her team there. She sees Diablo coming. And she's going to try and make sure her team knows to get back and take cover. Here we go. What are they going to do here, though? Because now that their Immortal is on their side, they need to kill somebody there. That's all I'm saying. levels are equal here, and this is where it gets interesting because first one to 20 has the advantage. This is a beautiful team fight here. Tyke is trying to melt down somebody. He's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, everything's in trouble. Oh, get the one guy out. Oh, Johanna protected her team. That's what she does. Good kill. And there goes the couple Tim. See, now we're seeing things go down. What is happening? Like, I can't even keep up with what's happening. It's crazy. But U.S. Army, there's Tracer again. I think she was trying to heal on that rewind. But she is so close to death and they can't get to her. So she gets out with her life. I love it. Y'all heard that one. And Tychus gets into his own and he just has this evil laugh. It's awesome. Alright. Whew. These are some big bloodbaths that are happening. It's like so hard to keep up with it. Yeah, the bunker was huge too. Odin is fucking epic. I do think that Seb is going to take this Immortal here though. They just 4v. Oh, maybe not. Maybe things are happening. Oh. They are coming back in for the win here. They are just gonna push them back off. How it so
big
close here.
blessed shield there.
Big. Huge. Look at all the Hanzo arrows. They're going everywhere. Tracer gets away with her life yet again. And look at that. U.S. Army Esports takes this Immortal. It is going to go bottom. And U.S. Army Esports is just going to push even harder here. They are just hungry for this win. They want this week 3 win. And they take down that bottom keep. That's big. Huge. That Immortal's coming up against nothing. He's going to go straight for that core. And Esports is taking everybody down. This is going to be GG for U.S. Army Esports. Hate to say it, there's no way to it. But that is GG's for U.S. Army Esports. There's nothing to fight them off. So GG's. Great games tonight. Wow. Just wow. That was a bloodbath. Like an absolute bloodbath.
That is definitely one of the higher kill games I've seen this week.
I know. Wow. 21 kills for the U.S. Army Esports.
That is 31 kills between both teams.
Epic. So we're going to...
get a post-game interview from them.
Yes. I'm just going to leave you guys with this while we go find one. And we will be right back. We are just waiting on the U.S Army Esports to come and join us for a post-game interview. But I just want to say that game was just wow. Just wow.
Yeah.
Here we go. We have Fracture here. Fracture, what a night. Wow. Like, just wow. Like,
Yeah, my hands are shaking.
I know.
Oh my God.
Like,
Very well played.
very.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first game looked a little iffy there, but you guys pulled it out there in the end. Like, that was unexpected.
They made us work for it, for sure. First game was felt pretty difficult, to be honest. I felt like we couldn't really do much with like our advantages. Like even when we got the thing about the Junkrat is like we get the bruiser, and he does so much damage on accident to you that it's like you can't really push with it. So it definitely felt like it took us a while to try to build momentum. That game was pretty rough, but I'm very happy with my team. Very proud of them. We pulled it out both games.
Wow. That was like just wow. The second game you guys looked like you were just like hungry for that win, you know? Like you guys like let's tie this up and go home, right? Like
Definitely. Looking, everyone loves the domination, of course, but we kind of knew like going in what our game plan was going to be. Like, hey, we need to make sure that like we don't play cocky, don't change what's working, you know, like just play it smooth and get this game secured, you know. So
yeah.
I was a bit surprised to see in the draft when we picked Joe that they didn't take the Anduin. I was a little surprised about that, but
We were surprised they
having
didn't take
the
Vala.
Anduin combo felt very, very good.
Yeah, we thought for sure they were gonna lock in that Vala, so but you guys took that Vala. That was a great move on your part.
Yeah, we kind of got we got most of what we wanted. I had originally planned to play Greymane that last game, but when they picked up the Blaze Diablo Rhaegar, it's a little bit too much CC. I mean, I don't know. It would have been a little bit scarier, I think, to play a dive character into that. So I kind of ended up in a position where I just wanted to like play a normal DPS, play front to back, and
Wow.
look to counter them. The Tracer pick was definitely a surprise given the map. I thought they were going to take a little bit more Immortal Burn to help Hanzo.
Yeah, that Tracer pick I think was a little bit of a mistake, especially the rewinds back into your team. Yes.
Yeah, I think they just had a little bit of desync for the Tracer Hanzo targeting the same thing as well. Hanzo was dangerous. He got a lot of really, really good damage out into us. And I think Tracer just wasn't quite like watching him to follow him up. She was like doing her own damage and her own flanks.
Yeah.
So I think if they had synchronized that a little bit smoother, then that pick could have been really dangerous, especially on that map where she has like infinite access to angles to get behind people.
Yeah. I usually have I do have a whole lot of questions for you, but because you guys, finding out that you guys are actually active service people, do you find that you're like the training that you guys went through to become Army personnel? Do you think that has anything to do with the way that you guys can come together and play something like Heroes of the Storm? Because I know as a civilian, when I'm under high pressure situations, I just melt. And okay, it's just a game, but still, right? Like, and just wondering if that played a factor into how you guys came together tonight and pulled out those wins.
That's a really good question. I would say absolutely yes. Historically, our team has always played against higher ranked teams, higher level teams, and up a division. Even at some points, almost consistently, we were always playing up the ladder. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that being military, all of us like having the ability to understand each other. With the way that I shot call and the way that we talk to each other, it's very, very direct. And from the outside, it might sound rude, but we're all very used to being like told what to do, told not to take offense to things, and like just execute commands like over and over and over. It's like drilled into us. So it's really, really easy. Even with us picking up 3 new members of our team this season, we have Pro Basket, that one guy, and Ace Boogie, who this is their first season in competitive in NGS at all. they've been able to slot right into the team and fit in really, really comfortably within the space of like 2 months. They were anticipating some of my calls. They know how to communicate. We know how to like, kind of shut each other up sometimes and like focus on the game and make sure that we're like on track. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that like we're not taking offense when someone says something. Like if if everyone's talking or whatever, and I just yell the word comms, like the whole team is just quiet and we like focus up, So it's not an offensive thing, and we're all used to kind of that directed communication style
Nice.
where someone is telling you, hey, go do this now. That's normal for us. So it's a little easier. I've played in civilian teams in the past, and it's definitely different and harder to communicate, I think. So it's being military. Yes, overall to your question, sorry, it's like TLDR, but
it's all good.
yes, absolutely. I would agree with that.
It's all good because I know there's a lot of cattiness on other teams and a lot of jealousy if somebody is a better shot caller and stuff like that. So everybody wants to do it their way and nobody does it the team's way, right? So I totally get that. I just thanks for that input because I think that's great to know, and I hope other teams could take that going through that work more as a team and all for one kind of thing, not a one for anyway.
Yeah, definitely like a group of individuals versus a team for sure.
Yeah, so
it's definitely something that's drilled.
Yeah, what would you say your biggest takeaway is from tonight?
Biggest takeaway I would say is that we're kind of trying. I won't say it's necessarily new that we're trying, but we are pursuing like a risk avoidant strategy in our games.
Okay.
Like the less risks you take, the less mistakes you'll make, and so that's proving to be true. We had some really clean rotations in game 2, and in game 1. I was super proud of our Chromie player. Didn't get ganked a single time against the Lucio Garrosh, who like excel at getting to someone like a Vision hero really, really fast.
Yeah.
I do think there was a little bit of miscommunication on their side about where Junkrat was supposed to be. We kind of noticed him roaming across the map instead of kind of holding down that bot lane where he is really, really strong, like oppressive wave clear.
Yeah.
He has the traps to keep himself safe, and he's like really, really hard to catch. But I was really proud of Surefire. Deathless game in the bot lane. And I think our biggest takeaway is just like kind of keep doing what we're doing, keep playing it safe, keep communicating, and we're drafting stronger this season than I think we have in previous seasons. Like we're paying attention to the meta, paying attention to the contested picks on the maps, and I feel a little bit more in control. With being the shot caller and the drafter, I felt more in control this season of what's happening in the draft. So just looking to kind of sustain all the things that we're already doing.
Good. So who would you say you guys are what team would you be most afraid of this season? I know I ask Babywhale this question every time he wins too. So
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we're not afraid of any team. We're looking forward to fighting Roll One Esports again. We love those guys. Can't wait to fight them again.
Nice.
But I wouldn't say that we're afraid of any team. We welcome the challenge. Looking to this is gonna be with the collapse of Storm Division. For most divisions, there's a lot of upset with the ranks and teams going places, but this is gonna be probably the most competitive, most difficult Div C that probably ever has been.
Wow.
Due to the fact that a bunch of Div B teams came in, and everyone was sliding down the rank or sliding down the division tree instead of going up. So we gained like 4 super difficult teams coming into our division.
Wow.
So I'm just happy to like kind of accept the challenge and like rise to meet that, know?
Yes. Yeah.
So Roll One knows that we're looking for it. Like we've been talking constantly. I love those guys. Me and Rocker have been talking a lot. So we're looking forward to our match coming up. I think the 3rd of October.
Wow. If you make it at 8:30 at night, I'll cast it.
You know what? Let me alt tab,
I love earlier night games.
You said at what time?
I could do 8:30 Eastern time, man. Like tonight's time was perfect for me. I was like, I'm wide awake. I'm good to go. Let's go. I live on the East Coast. So
yeah. Currently, it's set up for 11:15 p.m. Eastern.
You guys are so late.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, we're currently my team is spread from Hawaii to Germany, so we have it's really difficult on our different sides. Luckily, I'm on leave. I'm the one in Hawaii. I'm on leave, so I'm not as time restricted as normal. But my guy in Germany is often playing at like 4 a.m. before PT for practices and for matches. So
wow.
I do want to early shout him out. He's putting in the time and the hours to be here because
Wow.
our time scheduling is a lot harder than a lot of the civilian teams that are in the continental U.S.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm Canadian, so But
Yeah.
who do you think is likely to win your division? I mean,
I can't speak on that. We're still really early in the season.
okay.
There's definitely
Hey,
some
I'll,
strong
I'll
pickups
give
with
you a
like
hint. This is a trick question. You should say yourself.
Hey,
I
I never
want
said it was
to
a trick
win.
question.
I
It's just one of my
intend
favorites.
I intend to win for sure, but
You
we
touch
do have some
wood.
really strong teams out there. Roll One, CCS. We're looking to fight them again. We love those guys as well, like Valkymer, Wits End. So there's a lot of big teams that are like
Yeah.
that have re-rostered and picked up really strong players. So like even teams we fought in the past like are gonna have new tricks and new things. So I'm
Yeah.
excited in general. I can't predict that, but I'm hoping it's us. I
Yeah.
intend for it to be us. But
I
I
know.
think I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be a really competitive season.
Yeah, I think so too. Like so far from everything I've been casting, I've been the only div that I haven't really touched yet was D, E, and A. So I've been kind of up and down the last few divisions, just a little bit in the last 3 weeks. But it's been quite an interesting battle out there. So I mean, right now Surefire's making fun of me because I said 11:30 is really late. You got to understand, I live in Ontario, Canada. And I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning because my father raised me, what was the word? Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Well, I'm not wise, nor am I healthy, and not even close to being wealthy. So
Sounds
I'm
like
up
it's
at
not working.
5 in the morning every freaking day.
You
My
got
husband's
lied
a
to.
genius, and he goes to bed at 5 in the morning. So we're like literally two ships passing in the night. I'm up, he's going to bed. I'm like, hey, see ya. But he's like literally, I swear, he's a genius. He knows anything and everything. He's a self-taught man, and he can. You got a question, ask him, he'll tell you the answer, and then you Google it, and you're like, oh damn it, like just
Yeah, that's the dad thing. I just became a dad, and I don't
oh
feel very wise
yes.
just yet, but I know it's coming. It's just gonna
Oh.
automatically kick in.
Oh, we're not
Wait for
parents,
the
but
dad jokes to kick in too.
I've been doing that since I was a kid. Don't worry, I'm ahead. I'm telling terrible jokes my whole life.
oh,
I think that's
have
just a
some
guy
terrible
thing
ones.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I'm just one of those
Definitely.
wives that are never right. And
Ah,
like long story about that, but this weekend, I have multiple sclerosis. It's on my page. So I'm pretty severely disabled. But my husband kept telling me we shouldn't be canning so much on one weekend. You can't do it. Da 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 da. So I was sending him into the farm market to go pick up a bunch of stuff that I could can, and I looked at him and I'm like, I'm gonna say this before we even had this fight. You're right, and I should just do the peaches and nectarines. Like I just had to think about it and go, you've been right every weekend so far. I am not arguing this time. You're right. Let's do it your way. So I'm learning. I'm 5 years younger than him. I'm learning very quickly. But anyway, bye.
hey, well, I wish you the best with your condition and your marriages.
It's
Absolutely.
all good. We've been together for 20 years, so we're good.
Ooh,
Yeah,
congrats!
it's
That's
20
a big
years,
hump.
man. It has been. And so back at it. Do you have any shout outs tonight?
Absolutely. Starting off, want to shout out the Army for supporting the U.S. Army Esports program. Tons of guys, tons of teams across a lot of different titles competing.
Wow.
Always proud to be a part of this program. Have been in the program since 2017, and I've always enjoyed it. Definitely one of the highlights of my entire Army career has been being part of this program.
Wow.
We appreciate the support from them. I appreciate the support from all of my players' families with our time scheduling and us trying to practice, 2 nights a week, sometimes having to do a third. I really appreciate how much my team has been able to show up. And that means, with their having kids, wives, families, that sometimes that they're kind of making a small sacrifice for us in addition to the Army where they're already making a sacrifice. So I always want to shout out and respect that commitment and that support for us being able to do what we love. Um, Still really proud of my new players, Ace, that one guy, and Pro Basket. That one guy tonight played out of his mind, actually. Some really, really good heals. Didn't miss a single Ancestral and Rhaegar. Was very, very happy with the way that he played on Dragshire. He's been shaping up a lot, and really happy with the way my team is looking this season.
That's awesome. And one more, and this is always hard. Who would you say is your MVP tonight?
That one guy
That
tonight,
one guy.
absolutely.
All right.
Saved me from an absurd amount of like dives in game 1. Had some very good light bombs in game 2. Good straight pulls in game 2. He was saving lives left and right. So very proud of him. I would definitely put him as MVP tonight.
Nice. I personally, and I'm sure Babywhale will agree with this when I say it, but my MVP right now, just because this is my first time ever seeing a U.S. Army Esports team, I would have to say my MVP is to all of you people who are serving and protecting us and all of our family and friends across all countries. You guys are our MVPs every day. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the support.
I'm not American, but you know, it works the same way. We are attached to you guys. You guys go under where we're following. Right? So it's,
Yep.
you know, but yeah, it was so great to cast this game tonight. I had a blast. You guys brought out some of
We definitely appreciate you picking it up. We weren't even expecting a cast, and then I got the message like right before I was running around picking up my family in the car, and then like I got back and saw the message. I was like, "Oh, awesome! Like we got a caster."
Yeah.
So definitely very happy, and I appreciate you being able to cast us today.
Yeah, it was great. And I know I haven't had a chance to acknowledge everybody's messages, and here has been just blowing up in the chat room here. I'm sure Babywhale's been reading it all. But
I have been.
yeah, lots of props to you guys coming from everybody, and Surefire. You should have hopped in the room, man, and you could have chatted too. Anytime you guys got a game, if it's at a decent time for me, shoot me a message. I can see if I can jump on the cast. But
Definitely.
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Babywhale for co-casting with me tonight, and thank you everybody for tuning in, coming. Don't forget, I am moving to YouTube next week. I know Twitch is gonna hate me. At Annie's Place 1808 is my new YouTube channel, and NGS will have that updated on the website in a bit. I just gotta make sure it's all working this week, but it's all going good. So I am going over to YouTube. It will be so much easier for people everywhere to watch it, because Twitch is a little bit of a sticky wicket on your phones. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Please give all the casters some love. Tons of games happening. Lots of things going on. Thank you, Babywhale, for posting that in there. And when Babywhale, at some point in his life, is able to get his casting stuff up and running, please follow Babywhale and give him some love. But yes, I am going to end this cast for tonight, and we will see you. I think I am casting something next week. I'm not 100% positive. It is my anniversary, so you may not see me.
You are.
I am. Somewhere in that list, I am casting something. So
9:30 Eastern.
who am I casting, Babywhale?
Me and Banana Nums.
Oh, that game's next week? Okay, I am.